Hello, my name is Karsten Hof, and this is the first of what, will hopefully be a series of video game dev vlogs, um, where I intend to kind of lay out what what progress I've been making on this game and my findings as I learn how to do game dev in Unreal Engine. So, um, I have dabbled in the past with Unity very, very lightly. I have also played around with the GameMaker engine, but I've never released anything close to like a full-fledged game, really just light touches. This is me hoping to actually make something fully fledged, something that I could put somewhere, even if, for free, just for people to try. So, um, I think to like start off, it would probably be best to highlight what I want this to be, and then demonstrate what I have so far. I've been kind of putting off doing this, starting this, because I wanted like a baseline. I didn't want. My intention is to maybe do this weekly or so, but it felt awkward picking that first week just because it's like the first week or month or three of learning how to game dev is a lot of just watching videos and like trying to pick stuff up, and I didn't necessarily have anything I thought presentable, but I found that I've like given myself that excuse, on and on and on. Now I'm certainly at the point where I have something to show. So this first video, I don't really plan to go through everything that I've worked on up to this point, but I can at least like, run it. I can simulate it and like briefly talk about what it is. So yeah, what I want this game to be is just a kind of a traditional 2D fighting game. I don't necessarily plan to rewrite any rules, break any boundaries of the genre, but who knows? Maybe I'll get a little more inspired as I go on. Pardon the cough. I'm coming off of a cold, and coughs always linger with me for weeks on end. So hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah. So traditional 2D fighting game. Yeah, not too much to really say beyond that. At the moment, what I've got, I can go ahead and hit play to give a baseline to demonstrate. Let's widen the screen a little bit. Okay. So at the moment, I'm working with the like out-of-the-box model Manny. If you ever messed with like the Unreal Engine 5 third-person starter content stuff, this model, you recognize this model. I did not make it. I did not make its skeleton either. I did make its control rig, which is not anything crazy. It is kind of just a remake of what control rig comes out of the box, but I thought this would be an interesting place to start at least. I think I'd like to explore modeling, but it felt like I was biting off more than I could chew if I went all the way to like, making actual assets. So I started here, followed some tutorials. It has like some very like, obviously the basic like forward kinematic stuff. It has some inverse kinematics. If I enable it down here, which you can, or most, let's see how I say it. The controls for which are defined by being like off color from the regular stuff. Blue is the left side, red is the right side for the limbs. Cyan is the left side inverse kinematics controls. Pink is the right side. So with I kind of just did it and pointed out, but I turned off the leg forward kinematics enabled over here, the animation channel for that, and so now the legs should be responding to like where the center of mass is in relation to like this foot inverse kinematics control. So let's grab the other axis. And there are pull vectors to adjust where the knee is pointing. Which I think this is all out of the box. I'm not sure about this piece. This is, I'm obviously learning off tutorials. This is probably something I have never figured out on my own. But this is a foot roll, so it keeps the toe sort of planted on the ground as if you were stepping off of your heel. And there's actually, just rolling on the toe, rolling on the heel. So some foot controls that make it much easier to like emulate actual like walking posture. So that covers the control rig. I've touched some animations. I think that's just better shown in hitting play. There's currently a walk. It's only walk forward. It's kind of like a strafing shuffle forward. There's an idle, very slight, just swaying, and there's a jab. Currently, there's nothing to like lock down the animation, so you can like spam and slide around. That covers animations. Naturally, you can see I've like this is like just the very early beginnings of a hitbox. That red rectangle in the center. Yeah, I draw as soon as you hit the button, so it's not really like timed at all to the animation, but that'll probably be the next thing I work on. And then I want to actually, I guess, implement the hitbox, because currently it's just a debug square. It doesn't do anything, but it is like being drawn based on a value set to the input I'm pushing, so you can see it kind of matches where a jab would land. Also probably notice like there's some turning going on. Right now it is just an arbitrary point in the middle of like not even the screen. I think it's just on the ground that I picked to match where the camera is. Naturally, once I start getting the hitbox implemented, I'll want to have like another character that I can strike to, you know, do like a hit reaction. And at that point, I'll probably implement like a proper side switching. But for now, it's just this. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the basics. You know, three animations. You know, there's no backwards animation. They're just sliding. And in the case where you side switch, they continue doing the forward animation, but just while going backwards. So, you know, tons to work on. I think the hitbox stuff though is what I want to continue with. So that's what I would say look forward to. Although these these videos are for me, I don't know who will be watching this and eagerly awaiting the next one. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna jump into any of the real details. I don't need to show off the animation sequence or the montage that makes up those motions. I think they're kind of self-explanatory, but maybe as I like iterate week by week, I'll want to dive into like what, you know, actually changed, since it'll be fresher in my mind and it'll also be smaller in scope. Won't be talking about like a couple months of work. It'll be a week by week. So yeah. Yeah. This, I hope, will be maybe, if nothing else, I think it'll help me a little bit, just because I'll be thinking of this almost as like my stand-up. I'll be like approaching the week with kind of like an update mindset, and it'll help me like form the direction I want to go with this. And maybe I'll actually make these like public. The videos, that is. I don't know. But yeah. If someone is watching this other than me, thanks for watching.